Okay, now, there's a couple more things. One of them is a perpetuity. Now, perpetuity comes from the word that means for perpetual, and it means forever. So basically, a perpetuity is an annuity that continues for all future, forever, basically. Which isn't actually true, because most of them don't last forever. They sort of stop when people die or companies go under or change hands or something like that. We purchased a perpetuity once. The New Zealand Geographic magazine was just starting off, and in order to get funds to keep going, they sold life membership. And so you could buy life membership of the New Zealand Geographic magazine, which meant you got free magazines for the rest of your life. And my father-in-law bought that for my husband, and so he got this cool little Tuatara badge, but also life membership. And at the time, I didn't know about perpetuities. I thought, this is seriously cool, because we only paid 5 years' worth of subscription to get magazines forever. But there were two things. One of them, at the current rate of discount rate, which was about 20%, that all we had done was purchased a perpetuity. If we had put that same amount of money into the bank and just used the interest to pay the subscription, that would have achieved the same thing as paying that amount of money to the New Zealand Geographic. Except that we were also showing faith that the magazine would continue and not go under, and we were helping them to keep the magazine going. The other thing is, about 2 years ago, the magazine changed hands, and they decided that they were not going to have life members anymore, and so we now have to pay our subscription after all, which I find very annoying, because I think that they should have carried on with perpetuity. But I don't know if we had a leg to stand on, and for the amount of money it was, $50 a year, I was hardly going to take them to court about it. So, a perpetuity is a series of payment that goes on forever, and often when we retire, we have a lump sum, and we purchase a perpetuity with that lump sum. And so, for example, and here's the formula, V equals a periodic amount divided by the rate. So you've won a prize of $500 per year for the rest of your life. Your discount rate is 10%. So what is the value of that? Well, V equals the periodic amount, which is $500, divided by 0.1. So that comes to $5,000. So it sounds really flash to start with, like $500 for the rest of my life a year. That's pretty cool. But really, it's only $5,000. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because if you put $5,000 in the bank and you're getting 10% interest, you would get $500 interest a year. And if you take it out, it's not going to compound, but neither is this $5,000 going to go anywhere. And so that's how you have your perpetuity. Okay, see if you can do this one. How much money do I need to provide a perpetuity of $15,000 a year at 7% interest? Okay, I want to retire. I want to supplement my government super by $15,000 a year. The current rate's about 7%. How much money do I need in order to do that? So just use the formula again. V equals 15,000 divided by 0.07, which equals $214,285. So if that's how much money I've got, so you ever think about that? And that's what the KiwiSaver's about. It's what those sort it websites, there's some really interesting websites I would suggest that you go to and have a look at it, because you are at the stage, just about all of you, where if you put small amounts of money away now, you could have a very nice retirement. When you get into your 40s, it's getting a bit late. You've got to actually put quite large bits of money into the bank all the time. So even though you're broke at the moment, it may be worthwhile just putting $10 a week aside, and you may find it all mounts up really nicely, so that when you retire, you don't have $214,000 in the bank, which is about what we're going to be able to have. You'll have like $2 million or something, so that you'll be able to have some extra money to go on cruises and stuff like this, and pay for your grandchildren to go to university.